Hello. So I know that I disappoint you guys a lot because I'm very inconsistent with my weekly tarot videos. So I'm going to eventually just start doing like a monthly tarot video. That way it for sure is up every month, but also like that way when I'm inconsistent about my weekly predictions, you guys already have a monthly foreshadowing and you don't feel left hanging. Also, if you do ever want personal $10 tarot readings with me, you can do that with me on Patreon. And yeah, okay, so let's go over my mutable signs. First, this is going to be your 2023 year prediction. It's going to be like the vibe throughout the year, any challenges that might come up. Take it with a grain of salt. Anything is always subject to change, especially with tarot, but I just thought this would be a fun way to kind of ring in the new year. The first thing is I have the Hierophant. So this is a year pertaining to building on new skills. I have the Star reversed. I'll probably just look at the cards, and then if I feel the need to show you guys, I don't know, comment below if you would like to see the cards that I pull when I get my readings, or if you don't really care. But here, I'll just go over them really fast. Nine of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands reversed, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups reversed, Three of Wands reversed, the World reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, and Two of Pentacles. You're building on new skills. That's the first thing I see. I'm thinking like your career and your education are the pinnacle of all of your attention and energy. I definitely think that you're not really that focused on personal relationships. You're not really focused on, in a way, maybe even your own needs and desires. I feel like you're just really trying to be as productive as possible. You really want to push yourself from A to B, and you don't want to waste any time or feel like you are stalling on anything. I feel like there were themes around 2022 that made you feel, I wouldn't say regretful, but I do feel like you knew you could have done better. It's like this vibe of knowing, I wish I had just done things differently, or I wish I had been more proficient in this way. I wish I had felt more productive. Maybe you felt like you slacked off more than usual this year. Maybe you felt like you took a lot of time to yourself, and maybe you are just feeling like, I want to say the energy is kind of panicky. Now, I don't think panicky as in like the sky is going to fall and it's a disaster for you, but I think panicky in the sense that you're just like, oh my god, I really wish, how do I envision this? The rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I feel like I say that all the time on here, but yeah, the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and I feel like you are just like, I'm late, and you're always wanting to go move as fast as possible, accomplish as much as possible, and in positive news, you do. I see this year as being something unfolds for you where my dogs want to read for you as well. I hope that's okay. You do get some kind of pay raise, or you get some kind of positive news where you are encouraged to work harder. You get maybe all A's at school, or you get accepted into a program that you've been really wanting to get accepted into, or again, just something really positive around career abundance and financial abundance. But with that being said, I feel like you're putting a lot of your energy into hiding from your own emotions, like mutable signs do. I have Seven of Swords and Nine of Cups reversed, and I just feel like you're trying to distract yourself. Maybe you got your feelings hurt really badly in 2022. Maybe you got your heart broken, and now you're in this head state of like, no one's gonna break my heart. You know, you're just acting really tough. Three of Wands reversed, Page of Cups reversed. I feel like you are nostalgic for someone, or you want to reach out to someone, but you're also like choosing to go against what you want because you just don't trust that you're going to be in a position where you feel vulnerable and fragile again. You need to be careful about overworking. I think that you could lead yourself to a bit of exhaustion and not realize it. With the Star reverse, whenever I see the Star reverse, especially for like a yearly pool, I would say, yeah, maybe you'll get a cold this year, or maybe you will just feel fatigued a little bit throughout the year, or there's going to be something where you're going to need to slow down and be more patient with yourself and your body. In the most blunt way of reading this, and take this with a grain of salt, I'm not saying this is going to happen to you, but the most blunt way I can interpret the Star reversed is if you don't slow down and pace yourself, your body's going to make you. Granted, I'm not saying that because I see that literally for you. I'm just saying that when I see it, it's good to note that. It's like your money's great, but your relationships are a little bit more fatiguing this year, and you could even be overworking as a result of not wanting to deal with your emotions or not wanting to deal with certain relationship problems or tensions. But I think that you need to really find, and I know this is cliche, but you need to really prioritize that work-home balance. I also really feel like you're going to be in a position where you have to realize that you can't be a superhuman. You're only human at the end of the day. And I feel like you're trying really hard to get away from this idea of feeling weak and vulnerable, but like, guess what? That's what being a human is. So I do think that if you're not careful, you could go really just like full force into your career and then lose your sense of self because of it. I think it's important that this problem you're avoiding in your relationship dynamics or friendship dynamics is addressed head on, because it's like, it's almost like you don't have the energy to lie or keep up appearances anymore throughout 2023, so you're just pushing people away entirely. But that's not really going to fix or resolve issues, because a lot of these people in your life aren't people that you're trying to move away from entirely. They're people that you want in your life. You're very nostalgic this year as you're like going through the motions of being productive. Where was the card that I saw for that? Oh, there it is. 3 of Wands reversed. So yeah, it's like you're just very stuck on a past situation or a feeling of something that made you feel helpless in the past, and now you're just like, no one's ever going to put me in that position again. No one's ever going to make me feel this way. And you're going to learn that in 2023 there are better ways to go about preventing things that you want to prevent or avoid without doing things in a way that hurts you in other spaces. So again, like avoiding all your friends or your family or your loved ones who are trying to reach out to you, and then like pouring yourself into your job and not taking any breaks or taking any time for yourself. You know, obviously you're going to stress your body out. You're going to mentally fatigue yourself. And also, like, your friends and family are still going to be a thing that you haven't addressed yet. It's going to be hanging over your head. So I feel like in 2023, it's like your money is great on a positive note, and like the things that you have aspirations towards, you see your goals start playing out and working out in your favor, and you feel really great, but it's like you don't stop to rest or enjoy it. And I think like if you're not careful, it's going to just like pass you by. Like these moments that, yeah, it's so great to get a raise, and we live in such a capitalistic, consumeristic economy where you have to sink or swim. It makes sense that you want to have that financial security, but at the same time, it's like, well, don't forget that people and things and everything, like life is so temporary. Like you want to also spend time with your loved ones and tell people how you feel and get things off of your chest and find a resolution with people. So this is a year where like relationships might feel a little bit more intense, but there also could be a lot of really, really great breakthroughs and a lot of growth that could just help you towards what you're trying to accomplish. So yeah, that was my very quick, very fast annual reading. I suffer with ADHD, so I feel like I wouldn't watch anything that's longer than this snippet. I'm sorry if you prefer longer content. I'm not the one. But yeah, okay, so I hope that was helpful for you, and please comment below your goals and expectations for 2023 and how you feel after this reading. I have my fixed signs next. I'm just going to read all the cards really fast and then tell my little snippet of it, because I feel like not everyone cares. Okay, so Ace of Swords reversed, 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups reversed, Justice, Strength reversed, the Empress, 8 of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles, the Sun reversed, the High Priestess reversed, the Hermit reversed. So, first things first, you are walking away and cutting your losses, maybe particularly around relationships, but I also feel like you're just identifying that you haven't been honoring yourself or doing things that respect your own needs and wishes, and I feel like you're just done kind of making excuses for why you have to constantly take scraps when you should be getting the whole cake. Yeah, I feel like you've just reached a limit. I do have 10 of Cups reversed. Now, something that you were hoping that would pan out for you in a way that was helpful for you essentially just didn't work out, and this could be like a career venture that you were really hoping that would pull through for you, but it doesn't pan out the way that you were hoping. I feel like, and this is going to sound so like boring and cliche to a lot of people, I know this, but hear me out. I feel like the most positive thing that happens for you in 2023 is that you find your sense of self and you feel vindicated for something. I have Justice, Strength reversed, and then I have the Empress. So I feel like it's almost like for a really long period of time you were feeling like gaslit in a lot of ways with your own experiences or situations. I feel like you were just going through a state of uncomfortability with your surroundings and your own intuition. It was like you would feel a certain way in your gut, but then people would make you feel like you were crazy. And I feel something happens in 2023 where all of that comes to an end. Like you get an abrupt like reality check of, wow, I need to trust myself more because I'm usually right kind of vibe, which is very on brand with fixed signs in general. But I do see you stepping outside of your comfort zone. But I also feel like you are, okay, so I basically feel like you reach a point of feeling vindicated, feeling like something didn't work out that you were wanting it to work out, or you get this realization around a community, an investment focused on community. So this could mean like a group of people, it could mean work. Barney, no, we're doing a reading together. However, I also feel like then you kind of pivot and put your energy into like a new career venture maybe, or like a new relationship. Maybe you go from one relationship to another in 2023, and instead of like protecting yourself or ensuring that you begin to rely on yourself more and validate yourself more, you go back into the same patterns of pouring everything you have and everything that you do into that energy, and then feeling like you were pouring all of your energy and time and attention into this one area and it's like a door shut. But instead of kind of picking yourself up and then validating like yourself more from that lesson, I feel like at first you go through this trial and error period of reinvesting yourself solely in something else and beginning to go through the steps of losing yourself in the process. But then I feel like either you come to a realization that it's not working for you that way and that you need to actually put up your own boundaries and validate your own boundaries, or I feel like you reach a point of just maybe realizing you need to take a break, period. So in terms of career setbacks, I feel like if something doesn't work out for you professionally, like say you get fired or say you quit your job or say you don't get the job that you wanted, I do see another career being lined up towards the end of 2023. So I wouldn't say to worry too hard on themes around your money. If anything, I just feel like you take yourself too seriously and you don't validate yourself enough in 2023. And that seems to be your biggest obstacle, is not forgetting that you can prioritize yourself and still love other people around you, and not losing yourself essentially in whatever it is you feel like you need to invest yourself in. And I know it's easier said than done. Now I do see you, I see you financially stabilized, 10 of Pentacles, but then I see Queen of Pentacles reversed. So if you're not handling the things that you need to decompress with or vent or get off of your chest, you're going to handle it in ways that are reckless or not helpful to you, like literally retail therapy. So again, just being mindful of where your money's going, where your energy's going, but also being patient with yourself specifically. I'm not telling you to be patient with other people. I'm not saying to go and start like yelling at everyone, but I do think that, you need to prioritize yourself more in 2023. That is your biggest focus. This was a very blunt and brief reading. I'm sorry, my dogs are distracting me. But I do also hope that this was helpful. I hope that you comment below and tell me how you feel about this and what your ambitions or goals are for 2023. This is for my cardinal signs. And I have King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups reversed, 4 of Cups reversed, 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles reversed, Page of Swords reversed, 3 of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so to put it bluntly, there's some kind of dramatic event that takes place in 2023 and it kind of knocks you off of your game. I think that it makes you kind of want to go into your shell and recede a little bit. Obviously when the 3 of Swords card is pulled, it's like an abrupt ending, so it could be like a breakup, or it could just be like a friendship fallout, or maybe it's just you figure out you don't know what you want to do for a living or what you want to do for your major, like just things around like big pivotal moments that lead you into an abrupt halt. And I do see you kind of receding into yourself a bit. I feel like you don't feel like you have to lie. Like I don't feel like you have to like lie or please people or keep up appearances, but I do feel like you're just so burnt out. And I feel like ironically, a lot of 2023 is you needing to reach out to other people and kind of lean on people for support and not be so independent. I have Three of Pentacles reversed. I mean, Three of Pentacles and King of Pentacles upright. You have a lot more great things going for you than you realize this year. And I feel like if you're not careful, the only thing I could see really getting into this year is just not being appreciative of moments or things while you have them. And don't worry, I'm not foreshadowing anything intense or traumatic, but I'm saying just like, you know, I feel like you could go through the motions of just being stuck in your own shell and not wanting to get out or not wanting to try new things, that you just don't give anything a chance. And you could lose out on a lot of really great experiences as a result of that. So I feel like Spirit's just really saying, be careful about trying to do everything on your own and be as independent as you always want to be. And I know I'm speaking to cardinal signs, so that's kind of a pipe dream, or that's kind of a hard thing to convey to you guys, but I feel like you're just always wanting so badly to be the strong one or take care of everything, and there are going to be moments in 2023 where you have to be fragile and you have to be vulnerable and you have to let people help you. That's just the reality of it. So I feel like the best thing you can do throughout this time is really prioritize what and who makes you feel nurtured. I don't think your focus should be so much on your career or aspirations. I don't see anything crazy with your money. I'm not too worried about anyone's money so far this year. I mean, I do feel like there could be an abrupt pivot or change in your money. So it could be like you have a job and then you get a new one, like that kind of adjustment. But like I don't see anything too crazy. But I do feel, again, like with Three of Pentacles and stuff, I feel like you need to rely on other people or work with other people to gain the kind of goals and solutions that you want. Like you can't do everything on your own anymore. And that seems to be the biggest realization for you guys, or the biggest turning point for you guys. So yeah, overall I hope that was helpful. I know this is very brief and to the point, but I have ADD. I don't think that anyone would sit through me talking for 20 minutes, and if you do, I'm sorry, I'm just not that person. But comment below and tell me what your goals are for 2023, and tell me how this reading aligns with that or sounds with that, and I will see you in my next video. And all of my links are down below, and I will see you in my next video.